Hello! What's up everyone? How are you guys doing? I've been thinking about making this video for a long time. It's a subject that I talk to a lot of people. A lot of people ask me in the comments on social media or friends that want to start the nomadic life. And a lot of people ask me about it. It's like, am I gonna be alone? Am I gonna have a good place to work? And it's a fear I had when I first started. I know it's hard. It's like, I'm gonna miss my family, my friends. What should I do? And thinking about these fears and problems, I think all comes down to solving two problems. One is structure. Am I gonna have a good place to work? Nice table, chairs, reliable internet. And the second problem is, am I gonna be alone? Am I gonna meet cool people? And I'm gonna stay a month just by myself taking selfies, but actually not making any connections. So if you can solve these two problems, you're good to go. And in this video, I don't mean by choosing a destination. At this point, I'm assuming you already know where you're going. Let's say you're going to Barcelona or Thailand, whatever. So you know you're going to that places, you don't know anyone there. So what you do in these cases? I think you have pretty much three options. So let's go over these three options. What is the pros and cons of each of them? And if you decide for one of them, what you should be aware of. So let's dive in. First option is Airbnb. Probably the first one that comes to mind is the one that I first think whenever I'm traveling. And this one is good to see if the structure is going to be good. You can check the reviews. You can see if the internet is good by the reviews, what people are saying. You can talk to the host to check the internet speed. You can check the photos if it's going to be a nice, clean, nice place. So the structure is easy to solve when you're going in this option. But the problem is, am I going to meet people? So in this case, there's 3 or 4 things that I like to do that kind of helps me to solve this social problem. First thing, like I talked in the last video, I check if there's any Facebook groups for digital nomads. This is always a lifesaver. You go online, you go on Facebook, you check all the groups, just type digital nomads and the city, the destination you are. If it's a famous digital nomad place, they're probably gonna have a few digital nomad groups. There's always people scheduling a meetup, a hike, open to meet and make friends. Anyways, it's always like a good option to meet people. Second one is going on a walking tour. There's always people from other places. You start talking, you make friends right there. Third thing you can do is a pub crawl. If you're into beers, bars, it's always an option to meet people. And finally, you can find co-working spaces around. There are always co-working spaces that organize social events, networking events, happy hours. So it's another possibility. So yeah, if you go for an Airbnb, you feel more comfortable choosing an Airbnb to stay for a month. Don't worry, you're not gonna stay alone. You're gonna have a good structure, but then there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You just need to be a little more proactive and you're gonna meet people, I guarantee. Second option is staying in a hostel. I know, calm down, don't judge me just yet. It's an option, it is. I've done that before, and some of the best trips in my life as a digital nomad working the place was in a hostel. But then you need to be aware of a few things, because it's a place with a lot of a social environment. You're gonna meet people every day, all the time. So it's easy, you're not gonna be alone. But what about the structure? The structure is definitely not good. The first tip that I give you is don't get a shared room. You cannot risk to stay in your room sleeping and someone drunk arriving at 3 in the morning, and then you could just mess with your schedule. The next morning you need to wake up for a meeting or whatever, and you're not gonna be in your best. If you're end up going for a hostel, I always get a private room. That's a no-brainer for me. And the second thing is I check around if there's coffee shops and co-working around in a range of, I don't know, 2, 3 blocks, that I can easily go from one to the other. If you find coffee shops and co-workings around, that's perfect. I done that, like for example, one of my best trips was in Puerto Rico. I stayed a little more than a month there, and I had 3 coffee shops around. So every day I was to wake up and go directly to the coffee shop, have breakfast there, but start working already. And I would spend most of the day there working and come back to the hostel at night when I was done. And then I could have this social environment, meet people, sometimes go for drinks. It was all fine, but keep in mind that you need to get out of the hostel to get some work done. And finally, the third option that you can choose is going to a co-living specific for digital nomads, or a program that they put together for digital nomads. In the case of the co-living, it's more like a structure. It's a place like a hostel for grown-ups. This there with good co-working, good internet. Everybody usually has their private rooms. Of course, you're gonna meet like-minded people, other nomads that are working from maybe Monday to Friday, but they are in the same pace as you. It's way better than staying in a hostel with people that are just traveling on holiday. So they go there for 1, 2, 3 days, and they need to enjoy like pretty much every day while you need to work. In a co-living, no. Everybody there is kind of more or less in the same pace as you. So people are working too, and they enjoy the weekends. I think it's the best option. And also programs for digital nomads. Sometimes it's not the structure, structure. There are companies that put together, they find places, they put together a group of digital nomads and they send you this place. So you can easily find like a remote year, Wi-Fi tribe. And now I got to know another one called Wi-Fi artists. Next month in February 2022, if you're watching this video later, I'm gonna experience for the first time one of these companies, and I'm gonna stay there in Medellin, Colombia, with a group of other digital nomads, and I'm really excited. In this option in general, co-livings or digital nomad programs, you're solving these two problems at once. They take care to guarantee a good structure for you to work, and they also provide an environment with like-minded people, cool people that you're gonna meet, and you're not gonna be alone. So these two problems are solved. But the problem is, of course, is a little pricey. If they are doing all this for you, you're gonna have to compensate their work, and it ends up being a little more expensive than you would go for by yourself to a hostel or an Airbnb. I think it's worth it, and you need to check. There's all price ranges. For example, remote year, Wi-Fi tribe, I think they charge more or less $2,000 per month. Wi-Fi artists, they charge around $1,000 per month in the program with a lot of stuff included. So I'm gonna link their website below. If you wanna check, maybe it can be a good option for you. So yeah, this is the video I had for today. It's all based on my experience, all these 5 years of traveling, some fears that I also had and I can see other people asking me about. Maybe it can be helpful for you. But if you have other experience, other tips, please leave them below. I'd love to learn more and see what you guys do. And as always, if you like this video, please don't forget to like here down below. I really appreciate that. But now, here, at least it's Sunday. I don't know when you're gonna be watching this, but today is Sunday here in Cartagena, Colombia. And it's time to go and explore, enjoy outside. See you guys next week. Ciao. It's fun.